Governor DeSantis has put together his immigration bill for the state of Florida. Lawmakers in Florida are going to consider it on January 27th. Hello, everyone. This is Andre McKinney Dorval. I am a licensed immigration attorney. I am located in the state of Florida. In this video, we're going to take a look at the immigration bill that Governor DeSantis is proposing to Florida lawmakers. We're also going to go over key provisions that speak to the immigration changes he wants to see for the state of Florida. I am going to share my screen so we can take a look at the bill together. Now, guys, on top, this is the immigration bill. It is a lengthy bill. It is approximately 46 pages. And so it does have a lot of information in it. But for the essence of time, we're going to look at a proposed synopsis of the provisions that speak to the immigration changes he's looking for the state of Florida. And so this, again, is coming from the governor's office. And so here, these are just synopsis. So at the very top, number one, we didn't discuss this, but the governor is looking to have lawmakers repeal in-state college tuition for illegal immigrant students. Now, number two is the cooperation with federal immigration authorities, the 287G program. This provision here, the governor is seeking lawmakers to require each state and county law enforcement agency and any other law enforcement agency with 25 or more sworn law enforcement officers to participate in the 287G program. We talked about that. And as a part of this particular provision of the bill, the governor is seeking penalties that would allow him to suspend any elected or appointed official who refuses to comply with this directive. Going down the list, Governor DeSantis is also asking for a state immigration enforcement officer. This individual would be an appointed state officer whose job it is to coordinate with the federal government on immigration enforcement and to oversee the unauthorized alien transport program. That was a program that the governor had lawmakers pass back in 2023. Number three, the governor is looking for the lawmakers to amend the current program to allow for the detention, transportation of illegal aliens. It would also authorize the National and state guards to assist the state immigration enforcement officer in carrying out his or her duty. The governor is also asking that each law enforcement agency allocate at least 10% of their sworn officers to be available to exercise the powers, privileges, or duties of an immigration officer. Number three, voter registration oath. Governor DeSantis wants lawmakers to now put into place a law that would require a person registering to vote to affirm that he or she is a United States citizen and legal resident of the state of Florida. Guys, you know it is against the law for anyone in any state to vote in any election if you are not a U.S. citizen. And in any state, if you are not a resident also of that state and a U.S. citizen, you are not permitted to vote as well. Number four, remittances. This provision, guys, we talked about, this is the provision where the governor is seeking that money transfer agencies that would require them to verify identification of the person sending the money. The synopsis reads that the law would prohibit a licensee, referring to the money transfer agency, from initiating a foreign remittance transfer unless the licensee has verified that the sender is not an illegal alien. This provision, if passed, also would have penalties for a licensee who fails to verify the sender of a foreign remittance transfer. Number five is asking the lawmakers to require the penalty for committing a misdemeanor to be reclassified to the next higher offense level if the person has previously been convicted of a crime relating to the reentry of removed aliens. This next section here, number six, elections and voting. This section speaks to increasing the offense to a second-degree felony for any illegal alien who falsely swears to an oath or affirmation relating to voting or elections, who has knowledge that the registrant is an illegal alien and willfully procures the illegal alien to swear or affirm, who willfully submits any false voter registration information, who has knowledge that the registrant is an illegal alien and willfully submits false voter registration information, who knows he or she is not a qualified elector but willfully votes in an election, who aids or solicits another to vote in any election with knowledge that such person is an illegal alien. This section here, guys, is not only looking to criminalize someone who is a non-citizen and non-resident of the state of Florida who votes, but it also is criminalizing anyone who willfully helps a person to commit that offense knowing that they are not a U.S. citizen and resident of Florida. Number 7, we talked about this, pretrial detention for illegal aliens. This section creates a rebuttable presumption that no conditions of release will secure the appearance of an illegal alien at trial. For this section, the governor is seeking the lawmakers to approve a law that if a non-citizen is arrested, that the judge over the bond hearing could consider the fact that the person does not have lawful status. They could consider that as a reason or a basis to deny the bond and to detain that individual until the conclusion of their criminal proceeding. Moving on down the list, going down to here, section number 9, state crime for entering the United States illegally and voluntary departure. So this section here, if lawmakers were to approve this, it would create a law that made it a penalty for those who entered the United States illegally and then entered the state of Florida illegally. And that would be considered for the first time a misdemeanor of first degree. If it were to happen a second and third time, the penalty level increases from a first time offense to a first degree misdemeanor and then to a felony of the third degree. But the sentence for this, for the second time, would be a term of a year and a day. For 2 or more times, it would be a felony of the third degree. However, the prison term or penalty would be for 2 years. Now, for this section, it does have proposed language that states that the alien could agree in writing to voluntarily leave the U.S. If they are charged under this section of the bill, if it becomes law, either on a first offense, second, or 2 or more offense commission. And then lastly, guys, the bill has language that would provide strengthened enforcement against gangs. And so this provision would expand the definition of transnational criminal organizations. It would also increase the penalty for any felony or misdemeanor committed for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interest of a hate group, terrorist organization, or transnational criminal organization. And again, guys, this is the actual draft proposed bill. It is 46 pages. So we went over the synopsis version in the essence of time. This proposed bill will be discussed and looked at on January 27th in special session for the Florida legislature. The outcome of that special session, we will bring it to you and update you on what the results are. Thank you so much for watching. I please ask that you kindly like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.